everyone, it's your girl Linda. Welcome to my show, Champagne Talks. Today we have an amazing, beautiful guest that will be taking us through to a subject titled the W's. Please help me welcome this beautiful sister, Miss Christine.
Hello.
Wow, thank you
Hi,
for coming.
everyone.
Thank you.
It's just such a pleasure to be on your show
Thank you.
today.
Thank
I
you. Thank
think
you. We
this has
appreciate
been
you.
in the works for quite a while, but I'm so happy to be on the show.
Oh,
Everyone,
great.
please remember to like and subscribe as well.
Yes, did
So
you
make
hear
sure you show
that?
your love, okay?
Oh, thank
Yes.
you. Wow.
Yeah.
And before we go into it, you talk about the subject is the W's. So
Yes.
can you tell us a little bit what is this W's all about?
So I believe my W's are very, very personal to me as an individual. And there are themes that have shaped the person and the woman I've become.
Yeah.
And my first W was always been worship.
Wow. Okay.
And from that, I've always believed in working. And from working, I've always believed in wisdom to faith.
Wow.
And then from my wisdom and my faith in God, I've always then believed I must be willing to obey.
Wow.
And
Okay.
all of that together has made and shaped me to be the woman that I am today.
Wow, that's amazing. You have everything figured out already.
Ah, no, I don't. No, I definitely don't. I don't have
Okay.
everything figured out. I think I'm a work in progress.
Oh, that's good. I like to hear that.
Yeah,
Good.
I'm a work in progress.
But at least you know what you want, you know what you're doing, you have them set up.
Yeah, I do. I think one of the things I learned halfway through my life, because I'm my 30 now, and I think halfway through my life, I just realized that there are certain things that because I'm I hold my faith very dear to me, and that's my work with God. And I realized from a very early age there's certain things that I had to do that whenever I deviate from doing them, my life lose meaning. If that makes sense. So everyone has different belief systems that shape them to be who they are, and there are quite a lot of environmental, cultural factors that play a big part in that. But mine has always been centered around this aspect of me being able to worship, being able to serve God, but me being able to also harness the gift of God in me as well, in the world outside. It's not really just being limited to just being a churchgoer or being religious. It's more really about me affecting the giftings of God in my life, not only to my immediate circles, but to also those who don't share the same belief system and the same faith that I do, but being able to also express the love of God to them as well. And I've just found that through my lifestyle, my W's, I've just been able to create a niche for myself in the world whereby I'm still content in
worship, work, wisdom to faith, and willing to obey.
Yes.
Very interesting. Okay, let's dive into it. So when you talk about worship, can you emphasize a little bit on that?
I think the first line of thought I would say is that worship saved my life. So growing up, I've been, most people don't know this about me, or if some people would know this, I'm very, very quiet and slightly a little shy and reserved in the way I don't know, I'm more like I internalize a lot of stuff. I don't really like being expressive. I don't really like
you put them in.
I put them in, so I harness everything inside of me, so I don't share that much. Maybe I might share lots of my feelings to my family and maybe one or two close friends and close confidants, but really it's more of everything inside. And I think there was a point in my life whereby there was an opportunity where we met previously, and I remember the very first day I led worship and I was crying on stage. And I think that was the release of God just about to start something great in me in my life and take me away from the knowledge that I was not loved and accepted. Because I always felt different. It's like I could be in a gathering of people and friends and everyone would be around me, but I just did not, I wasn't really able to.
You don't connect.
I don't connect to them. So I felt very, very different, and I always thought that is there something wrong with me? Am I just like, what exactly is it? And at that point in time, so we all grew up. I grew up in a home whereby God was the center of everything that we did. So I went to church. I did everything that most children would do, following their mom and dad to church all the time. But it wasn't really like I had this deep connection with God, or someone say, "Oh, you read your Bible, okay? You read your Bible. You don't know how to pray. You don't know how to do all of that." But it wasn't. It was more like I didn't have a relationship with God. It was more like I was just doing the religious
things. So because there's
things.
two different things: having a relationship with God and going to church every day.
Every day.
So people need to differentiate both. Which one are you doing? Going to church is okay. There's, fellowship with other people. Get to meet people, see people. At times it helps.
It helps.
But then you need to also know, do you have that special relationship with God? And I think when you talk about this worship helps you to tell your story.
Yes.
To God, like tell God how you feel. So that's the way you channel yours.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. And that just hits the nail on the hammer. Because I'll say for the first 16, 17 years of my life, I was in that area whereby I was kind of like in and out. Maybe there'll be one or two encounters I'll say I'll have with God, but I didn't really like take my relationship with him serious. I was the kind of person that I thought most people would find it very shocking about me. I was the kind of person that I'll go to church, I'll sit at the very back of the service, I'll sit at the very back. I don't want to sit in the front, I don't want to sit in the middle aisle. At the very back, why? Because it's the easiest way for me to get access for the door. When service is over,
you're gone.
I'm gone. Literally, I'm gone. I'm out of the door. That was just me for a very long time.
And then things changed.
And then things changed. And then it became like I had to have this, for me to do what I did on stage and for me to come to the realization of God's sovereignty over my life, I had to have that relationship with him. And it became very, very intentional. So for years, I wasn't intentional about that relationship. But then it became a thing that I had to be intentional. I had to work with him. I had to see things. I had to see life. I had to stop allowing my environmental and cultural and the world's definition of the value of who I am as an individual to shape me, and instead see myself the way God sees me.
Exactly.
I always say this to myself, like I have a journal which I write, and my first line of thought, my first line every single time I write the journal is like, "Oh, hello, Christine, you wacky, loved, blessed girl. What happened today?" So I believe that we are all in a very, very, we're all unique individuals.
Very much unique.
I think we need to accept everything that we are.
Who you are.
It doesn't make any difference what you might say, "Oh, people don't like this about me," but that's you. And this you works for you. Your environmental, cultural values do not determine who you are. So
and I think when people trying to be someone else, that's when they start having problems, because you want to be here. And then if you see yourself you can't be that person, they start hating. And there's a problem. So it's better to be who you are, know who you are, and be happy with who you are. And then keep going. So you knowing who you are, loving who you are is the ultimate. I mean, it's better than trying to be someone else that you can never be, because we're all unique. God created us to be different. So you just have to accept who you are and be happy. So worship, in the sense, what you're trying to tell us, that worship is a way of you telling your story.
My
to God. Is it to God or it's more to yourself?
It's not really to myself. It's more of a realization. Because for years, it's like I allowed the fact that I was very, very quiet as an individual to get me
some people down. Are quiet.
And like, I'm someone that I don't really like going out that much.
Some people are like that.
I like staying at home, but most people that were around me, everyone liked being so sociable. And I was like, I just didn't have any interest in that. And it always felt like I was like the odd one because I didn't like doing that. So, and I was always like trying to compare myself against someone else. And that is comparison.
Why can't you be like that? Why can't you have vibes? Why can't you have
it was not just the right way for me to be at. And I think it's just that the whole term of me worshiping God and giving my life. So I've dedicated the last 15 years of my life to this. And it's been for me to realize that I am everything I am because God made me.
I like that quote. You are indeed.
Yeah.
All right, moving forward. What do you do when you say work? So is it where you work, or can you just tell us a little bit about work?
Okay, so this has been a revelation for me.
Okay.
Most people will see me. They say when I have they say ask them, describe who you think I am. They say, oh, Christine is hardworking. Christine is very, very focused. But then I look at myself. I was like, I don't think I believe that so much. So I realized that certain things I take seriously, and the other things I just don't take seriously, and I'm meant to take them seriously. And I think one of the things I realized very early on, I'll say the last maybe 6 to 7 years, is that we live in a world whereby the system around us, everything around us, the world around us, wants us to be passive. So they want you to be hardworking in certain areas. So they want you to give your time to studies. They want you to go into the system. They want you to do certain things that will propagate the success of the community and the world at large. But then your individual life and your individual growth is not really something that is in the niche of the system. So when I say work, is work smart. So a lot of what we do, we're taught from an early age. We go to school, we learn, study, come out, go to a 9 to 5 job, try to save some money, try to go travel out of the country once in a while, maybe every summer. When if you have kids, get married, have a house, and that's just it. That's literally the way the system of the world patterns your life. But then I see differently. We all want to have enough. So I think the idea and the concept of why I said work is that everybody has to know what their enough is. What is it that you want to do? What age do you want to retire at? Is your job enabling you to do that? Is your job going to give you more than enough? Is your job going to enhance the gifts that you have? Are you going to be in a place where you hate the job? Are you going to be in a place where you cannot stand going to work every single day? Because what you're doing to yourself is killing yourself mentally and killing any desire in you to grow.
Without even knowing
that. And we're in such a world whereby everybody is in that kind of realm. And which is why I'm always very, very happy and chuffed when I speak to young adults and people around me, and even older people, and I see them trying to effect change. It's like what you're doing. You're a businesswoman and you have such a diverse portfolio, and it's not because of it's because you're trying to stir up the gift and that desire in you to get your hands working, but you're also being very, very smart and intentional about it. And I think that's where I am coming from, whereby I want to work. And I believe everyone should work. And I believe that everyone should work smart to the desires of their life ambition. So at the end of the journey, there is no regrets.
And another thing, you believe that everyone have the potential to work.
Definitely.
It doesn't matter what it is, as long as you have passion towards what you're doing. You get up every morning, you're doing something. Even going to school is work, because you're going to go there to study. That is work. Do your assignments, coursework is work. So, wisdom to fail.
That kind of segues into my next W, which is the willingness to obey. Because if I have a way of saying a definite no, because I know that the power of God in me works all things for my good. So whenever I say no to something that I know the world wants me to do, but that goes against my belief system and goes against my because look, I'm someone that I am very, very I understand the world, I understand its belief system, I understand it exists. I just know that you exist, but I don't have to support what you do, because it goes against everything that I hold dear to my heart, which is my own belief system. I believe that we can coexist. I understand you, but you also understand me.
That's mutual understanding.
Yes, so everyone, we're all in our lane, but we're also working towards living together and cohabiting together. So, and all of that also ties into my willingness to obey. My willingness to obey to God's directives in my life. Okay, Christine, you got to do this. It's like one of the things I did during COVID. Right before we entered into COVID, I had this person in my spirit that, okay, you got to get a keyboard and get a guitar. And I was like, ugh. I knew I wanted to play the guitar, because when it ties into the vision God gave to me when I was leading worship. He always made me, I always saw myself playing guitar while singing. So that's what he gave to me. So I was like, okay, let's do that. So I bought it, and then COVID hit. And then I was at home, and there was time I didn't think I would ever have. Because when I bought the stuff, I was like, I wouldn't have time for all this. But I listened to the voice of God, and I bought those, and I made that investment. And I got the materials, I got everything, and throughout that period, that's how I passed the whole COVID period, learning how to play the instrument. Learning how to play the instrument, and that's how I learned that. But if I didn't listen to God in that moment, whereby He was pushing me, because I think He foretold, He knew I was going to have time. Because my excuses were, I don't have time, I'm busy with work, my schedule.
But do you think if you didn't listen to God, do you think God will not tell
He will?
But then you will not struggle together, because the time you had before, you might not have.
I won't have it.
Yeah.
So. And every of the resources I required to get through that season of my life, God provided it in supernatural ways. And He also gave me opportunities whereby I started going out to lead worship at other places as well.
I was talking to someone, and I said to this person, season in our life, we have season, and each season come and go. And each season you miss, for you to get back to that season, it's going to be a struggle.
Yes, it is.
I don't know whether I'm right, but I think every season that comes, you have to take advantage of that and do what let's say, for instance, you miss going to school when you're supposed to go to school, and then obviously see yourself going adult education. The brain is almost gone. So you reading something you would have read easily, digest it, blah blah blah, those things, while you were much younger. As you are getting old, it's not going to be the same thing. So there will be a little bit of struggle, even though I know young people struggle as well, but it's not going to be the same. There are times for everything. So when that time comes, you grab it. If I may ask, it's not I'm taking us back. You mentioned worship, and you said at times you use song or to speak to God or speak to yourself or something like that. That's what helps you. So are you in choir? Are you any part of
Yes, I do that on a regular basis at my local church. I worship and I lead worship there. I love doing that all the time, because I believe that this is.
I sing as well. I love singing.
I am aware of that. I am aware of that. I know you sing. Just like you see, I said earlier on that you have a diverse portfolio of giftings and talents and so many things that it's just. I
love singing. I can sing anywhere. At times I'll be singing somewhere, or I'm walking on the road. I'll forget myself. I'm singing, and I'm like, "Oh, Linda, can you you're on the road?" And then I'll quickly stop. So it makes me, when I'm singing, it's like I'm in a different world. Nothing bothers me. It's like I'm fulfilled. I'm okay. And I sing from my heart. I'm not just singing, opening my mouth singing. I have passion in singing. I just love singing. And obviously I love music. I can dance from now to tomorrow anyway. So so what's your favorite song?
Okay. I don't really have like a specific song. There's many seasons in my life about I will play a song, and then that song is for that season. That song could be for like 3 months, could be like 2 months, could be for 6 months.
So but do you like worship or praise?
Funny enough, I guess I would say praise. I love praise songs that declare God's greatness and invites us to join with heaven in praising Him. Because you see, one of the things that like you just expressed is there's this joy, and you can feel it, and you know it's there.
Definitely.
And when it's like you get so lost in it that all the worries, all the cares, all the complaints, everything just dissipates away. So right then and there, you're not really thinking about yourself. It's really just about God, and which is why I just love praising God. And I love, one of the things that I do whenever I get up on the stage to sing is that my main focus is really just God. Every one of us are here to gather. We're gathered here to just give you praise. So please walk through me to release the diverse giftings of your spirit into the hearts of everybody, because everyone needs different things. Some people are lonely, some people are angry, some people are depressed. So I don't know what it is that everyone in the congregation is going through.
Some people are just sad.
Just release it, so that way the joy of your name just spreads in their hearts. And whilst they're there in the service, and whilst I'm raising whatever song I'm singing at that moment, everybody feels that. It's been a huge part of my life the last couple of years. So yes.
Okay. So we actually come to the end of the conversation.
Oh, great.
But before we kind of finish,
Yeah.
you need to speak to my one and only audience out there.
My word to you, it's never too late to start. Don't wallow in self pity. I think one of the greatest disservice you do to yourself is devalue yourself. I believe that you are mightier than what you think you are. I believe, and I'm very, very confident in the assurance that you are on this surface of this earth for a purpose and for a reason, to be a blessing to society at large. So it doesn't matter what you think you're going through. I know it might seem difficult. You might be having mental struggles. You might be having emotional struggles. You might even have physical handicaps that stop you from doing things that you want to do. But there is always a way. There is just not one way to get into your destined path.
Yeah.
There's so many other shortcuts you can take, but you will still get there.
Yes.
But you have to desire it and you have to want it.
Yeah.
And I will also advise you, create systems around you, systems that will enhance and help lead you to where you want to get to.
Yeah.
So get friends around you. Tap into the resources of the government in this country is to some degree very, very helpful in helping people realize their goals and visions. So utilize that.
Very
Go
privileged.
on. Don't spend time on YouTube watching frivolous stuff. YouTube is right now one of the greatest places or platforms for you to learn new skills. Go on YouTube and learn those skills, and then take those skills to benefit, to edify your life. So I really would like to implore you and indulge your presence that please just be you and do good for you and be happy.
Yeah.
And that way you don't have regrets when you are in your 50s and your 60s and you're like, I wish I did that. So please don't have regrets.
Yeah.
Please get up from wherever you're sitting in your couch or sitting in your room and just go and do something with your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Thank you. And also you have to tell them to check me out. And listen to this conversation and be inspired.
Yes, please always remember to log in on a weekly basis and make sure you're checking in on Champagne Talks.
I'm gonna put it up there.
I'm gonna put up this video. So make sure you're always listening all the time.
Yes.
Please also ensure you're sharing with your friends and family. Ensure you're putting on your platforms. Share the short videos as well. Ensure that you're spreading the news that we are more than conquerors and we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us.
Yes, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I know we talk about it. You sing, you love singing, but I still have to ask you what your hobbies are.
I love reading.
Okay, interesting. I like that. That's nice. Yeah, I've got my books.
Yes, I love reading a lot. And one of the things that I've been doing recently is because I'm so busy with so many other things, but I say to myself that I have to finish at least, this is one of the goals I set for myself last year, 3 books at the end of every month. So I finished reading 3 books at the end of the month. And what are the things I'm trying to do is one of the things that I realized like in the last 2-3 years is that I do a lot of procrastination a bit. So I was like, I wanted to change that. So I also realized that I need to feed myself with knowledge and also read through people's life experience and their story with all these kind of issues. So I set those kind of targets with me with reading. So I will also pick different topics on business, on economics, on life, on relationship with God and things like that, and relationship with friends and family, how to be assertive. Like reading is a beautiful experience because you just gain so much insight and you start thinking of things that, hold on a second, how is it that I never thought about that? Or how is I never thought about doing this? So please, everyone, if you can, get time of at least just start with 1 book. It might take you a while because I love reading a lot. So I can spend like 4 hours staring at the book just reading. So
I read. I love reading, but not that much like you. Maybe with time I will, but I love reading as well. I like listening to
audiobooks.
Not only like people that preach
podcasts and stuff like that.
That's something
like
that
what you're doing.
Exactly. Because I need it to help myself, to know the things I'm doing and So reading is very good. Aside from reading, what else do you?
The only thing I do,
food is not your hobby.
Let's not get to it. It's specifically kind of food. So even though I am Nigerian by birth and I love my Nigerian food, but like me and my friends, we get down with our Asian food. So we have our Korean dishes like no man's business. So me with food, like I can live with that, but it's not healthy. So eating that all the time. But yeah, I indulge in that all the time. So really, I'll say one of my pastimes is that if I'm not reading, on my guitar or my keyboard playing at home, or because I'm always like trying to think of different ways on how to lead worship. I'm always like studying on that as well. So whenever I'm not doing anything,
you have to practice Saturday for Sunday.
So I do a lot of I create quite a lot. I think I had, and one of the things I love doing is because I spend a lot of times watching so many churches. It's quite a
word of God. I like listening to those things.
Yeah, I'll watch so many churches. I'll see how they lead their worship. But one of the things I used to do as well, because I think one of the things that's kept me also slightly relevant to what's going on in the music industry is that I listen to other churches so we can see how they are leading, their style of worship.
Yeah.
What some most churches doing right now. So one thing I believe in the unification of the spirit. So one of the things I love doing is that when I see a church that this particular song, every church is singing it, I really want my church. So then I'm thinking about how, if for any reason we're singing that song, I think that at that same moment a different church is singing that song, and at the same time our voices and their voices all around the world at different sections, everyone is raising that song in glorious praise to God at that moment. It's such a beautiful thing for me. So yeah, I just love doing that all the time. So
great, that's nice. So this game is very interesting. I like it, and I hope you like it too.
Okay.
So I'm gonna explain the game to you. Yes, see that? It looks so cute. Yeah. So basically, well, you mentioned when we were talking about traveling, summer, winter, wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
So what we do here, we help people to figure out where they can go. Because there are a lot of places you don't even know their names, or you can't even remember them.
Oh, yes.
So we help people to kind of, have an idea where they can go. So now you're going to spin this around. So how it goes, like you spin it as fast as you can or as hard as you can. And then when it stops, the first country you have eye contact with is one of the ideas. So you're going to do it 3 times. I'm going to do as well because there's a country my mind is, and I need that country to show.
To show up.
I don't know. I don't know, to be honest. So good luck. So you're going to do it 3 times, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, let's try this.
Wow, okay.
I see Tunisia.
Oh,
Malta. That's what I'm seeing right here. Tunisia, Malta.
Tunisia?
Mediterranean.
Do you like that place?
Yeah, it'll be a place to go to. I had a friend go to Malta recently, about a year and a half ago. It was like it's quite a nice place to relax with lots of beaches and seas. So,
there you go. You see, that's what we do here. Champagne talk.
All right.
Okay, you got another one. The second one. You have to give it
a good tour.
You've not eaten breakfast?
I have. Okay. Ooh, India, New Delhi.
Okay, so you want to go there?
Funny enough, I've always wanted to go there, but
you see,
I'm kind of skeptical about going there. And
I have to go there.
I had friends tell me that you have to go with someone who lives there.
Okay, so they can.
So that way it's easier, because if not, you're gonna get so there's quite a lot of bureaucratic I don't know, that goes on there. At least that's what he said. So he was like, yeah, if you want to go to India, you gotta go with someone.
Yeah, I would love to go there. I want to have the experience. I just want to go there.
Oh yeah, I love watching Indian
I want to go there. And I like their chicken curry anyway.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it.
And the biryanis.
Yeah, oh my God.
I love eating that as well. So yeah.
We're talking about food now. Okay, because talking about food, we stay here for a very long time. Let's just move on. The third one.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, it got stuck back on India again.
Okay, now you're gonna go to India, and you have to come and tell me how India is. Okay, so put that on your diary. You have 3. Is it 3 countries?
3 countries I actually.
So 2 India, 1 is the other.
One
is
in Tunisia.
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 So which country do you have?
The place I want to go to is South Korea. I've been trying to make plans with my friend for quite a while.
How many hours is that?
Oh Jesus, that's Korea is what almost close to almost a day.
Okay, a day. I'm gonna pass on that. Okay,
yeah.
No, yeah. I'm gonna definitely pass because
it's a long flight. It's a very long flight.
Anything more than 6 hours is a nightmare.
Oh, Korea is more than that.
Ah, okay. So, good luck. Just tell me when you get there.
I think it's just because of the K-pop rave. Oh, actually, before it became a rave, like I've always just loved
I would love to travel the whole world, you know, before I die. Ooh, that's what I want to do, to be honest with you. But the problem I have is the hours. The hours, some of the countries have to spend hours.
It's pretty proud.
And I don't have patience for that.
People have done it, so maybe what you want to do is read up on people who've done it and see what. Cause it's always system.
A very good idea.
Yeah, how they did it and how they cope with all of the.
You see, that's what we talk about here.
Yeah. So and how they figured out.
There's always something out there. Just Google it.
Google it. Oh yeah, Google is our friend. Okay,
I'm gonna do my. Oh please, I need that. If I get that country, I'm gonna drink a lot of champagne.
Okay.
Please, please, don't do me like that. What's that? What's that? Is it Vincent Barbados? Is it? Yeah, is that not Barbados? Yeah. St. Vincent.
Oh, St. Vincent, Barbados. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Barbados. Yeah, it's Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Yeah, it's good. It's summer vibe.
It's summer vibe. Yeah.
I like summer vibe. Okay, let me. Please give me that. Please. I beg of you.
What country are you saying?
Colombia. Okay, yeah, it's okay, but it's not where I want to go right now.
Yeah,
but it sounds good. Okay, what's that one again? Turkey. Yeah, I think anyway, is what number 3 on my list.
Number 3 on your list.
It's good.
What's number 1 on your list? Now I'm curious. What's number 1 on your list?
Greeks. Oh. I want to see Hercules. I want to see Zeus. I want to.
Okay, if that's the case, then just go. Look, I think that if sometimes you desire, like just do it. And
I know I'm gonna go, but I want this thing to show me. Like I want to.
It's aligned.
Yeah,
it's aligned.
Just bring the grease out already. Oh, is there no grease in here?
There is grease. There's definitely.
Oh my! This thing I've not actually come across it.
I'm sure there's grease here.
Okay, I hope so.
There's definitely grease. It's somewhere.
It's somewhere in. There's somewhere should come out. Let me see.
Somewhere in the European section. Don't worry.
Come out already.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you enjoy it. Now you're going to India.
Oh, geez.
And please come back and tell us about it.
I'm hoping that when my friend is willing to travel to India, then I can think about that. So ideally, I would like to go with somebody because go with somebody.
It's good to go with, even if it's one person.
So
it's good. So you have someone you can interact with.
Yeah,
you feel more comfortable. Stuff like that.
The reason why I think it's not a big because they speak a lot of English in India as well.
So communication is good.
Communication is very
not
good.
Bad. It's like when I went to Spain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank God that my children did. I think they did a little bit of Spanish. So it was even to other food. I don't know what I can only see pizza.
Oh geez.
So I just point pizza, and then when they bring it, you eat whatever they bring. It's what you ordered. But they're lovely people. Spain are lovely.
I would like to go. Like the plan is at some point this year, maybe to go to Madrid as well. Because I'll go to Madrid.
Okay.
Yeah, just go for a little. Just go get out of London for a bit.
We did. I think we went there. We went to Barcelona.
Yeah.
We went to No, we couldn't go to Real Madrid because it was time for us to leave.
That's the reason why we're going. And it's called Chris likes going. Yeah.
Wow, very nice conversation. I really enjoyed this topic, everything about it, and a good vibe.
Thank you.
Continue with the worship, everything you do, knowing who you are is amazing.
Yes.
And that comes to you there watching us. Thank you so much. This show is Champagne Talk. So we can't finish the show without toasting. We have to toast champagne. And thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for watching this beautiful episode, and please make sure you watch it. I love feedback because feedback helps me to improve. So tell me what I can add, not to add, or just let me know there. And please like it, subscribe, share it. Let everybody get this. This show is about family, empowering and inspiring families, young people, just share it, okay? And thank you so much. Thank you. We love you. See you next time. Bye.
Bye, everyone.